Does he, for the neutral, what a wonderful game of cricket up until today.
Neutrals will be very happy. It goes down to the final day where a result, basically a result for both sides, a positive result can potentially happen. Yes, for the punters that is very exciting. And I think for both sides as well. I know Gloucestershire, they were confident that they could get enough runs, and we were confident we could take 4 wickets. So I mean that's what you want. You want a game of cricket that goes down, something on it. So to lose the final day completely, one hazards a guess. If we had an hour and a half or something, potentially either side could have come out victors. So it's a real shame. It's a real shame that the weather has played such a role in what has turned out to be a fascinating first-class cricket match.
I know we're not the only county experiencing it, but when you do get games affected by the weather, or in a few games in a row, does that build frustration in the camp?
I don't suppose we're probably not as frustrated as Northants and Durham. They didn't even get on. So look, we've been fortunate enough that we've played some cricket this year. There's an element of frustration in the sense that we've found ourselves in positions where we could potentially drive a game forward and win a game, but weather hasn't allowed that. And look, that happens. We can't control it, so there's no point really getting concerned about it. Yes, it is a little bit frustrating, but there's no point getting your knickers in a twist, really. Unfortunately, it is what it is at this point. But we've got probably a lot more cricket than most counties, to be honest. So we see that in a way as a positive because we've got a number of lads who've scored some runs, and we've got lads who've bowled some overs and taken some wickets. So their confidence is, is right up there.
Quick word on Stiaan van Zyl's bowling yesterday. I mean, if we'd had some time today, then that would have been a game-changing spell from him. Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, for us to be able to take 3 wickets in 4 balls, and he started with a couple of wickets there. I mean, it was just fantastic. To be fair, with that little period beforehand, Gloucester were probably just a little bit on top there. They played well. Benny Howell had started to play a few shots, and we sort of missed our lines and lengths a little bit. So for Stiaan to come on and take those wickets, really did change the course of where the innings was going.
And on a wicket like that, in most circumstances, I guess, with a team chasing a small total at 69 for 1, you're thinking, oh, we're in trouble here. But in fact, the wicket played that way the whole game, where the old ball always gave you a chance of taking wickets quickly. So were you not too worried at 69 for 0?
Look, I know, speaking of Brownie said you always felt in the game every single ball, even when the ball, a couple of balls were going to the fence, you still felt well in the game, as long as we were getting our lines and lengths right. But look, when you're sitting up on the balcony and they've got 9 wickets in hand, they're only needing about 100 runs, you're starting to think, well, we're cutting this a bit fine, absolutely. But at the same time, speaking to Swifty, we just felt that we just string together, some good deliveries, in that hot zone on a good length, that the wicket will do the work, and we saw that exactly happened. Stiaan came on and bang bang, and all of a sudden you put 2 wickets on, 1 for 69. All of a sudden they're 3 down, and they end up being 4 down for 4 or 5 down for 70 odd, and then the whole complexion of the innings changes.
And you must be delighted with that fighting spirit the boys have shown, never giving up, even when things were perhaps looking on paper a little tricky.
I've been incredibly proud of the lads, the way they've been sticking at it. Challenging conditions here, whether you got your bat in your hand or you've got the ball in hand, it's challenging for everyone. With the lights on, it's gloomy, a bit cold and windy. The surface is just nibbling around a little bit. It's challenging conditions for everyone, but the way our attitude was absolutely brilliant. I'd ask for feedback from Brownie, after sessions, and how are the lads out there? What's the mood? And he just said, look, genuinely, coach, cannot ask for any more from the lads. They're buzzing around. There's good energy. So look, really pleased. And look, we can't ask for any more. You only are lads that give it your best, and they're doing exactly that. So as a support staff, we're incredibly proud of the lads.
And I suppose the only worry from the game was Ishan.
Yep.
How's he getting on?
Yeah, look, he's pulled up okay this morning. He landed awkwardly in the field yesterday, as we all saw. Came off and assessed by the medical staff as a precaution. So I think he's just getting checked out, having some scans over today and tomorrow, just to give the medical staff an idea of if there's anything wrong there, or if he's just a bit stiff and sore. So we'll know more in the coming days, but I can't give you any more, unfortunately, mate. But look, Ishan has been brilliant. He's obviously desperate to play games and play as many games as he can for Sussex. But we need to assess him and make sure that he's fit and ready for our next challenge.
Very finally, we don't have to wait long for the next game. The forecast looks much better. Middlesex, that'll be a tough challenge.
It certainly will, and we're really looking forward to that. A county that's just come down to Division 2 after being county champions in 2016. So we know they're a fantastic side, but equally we feel we're a great side as well, and we can compete strongly with them. And we know we're going to have to play well, and absolutely no issue with that. We know that, but we're up for the challenge. We're going to, we've had, back-to-back games here at the moment. So the plan is to give the lads a couple of days off here, just to freshen up. They'll get some gym work done today, and then they'll freshen up for the next couple of days, and we'll get back together on Thursday, day before our game, and get some good training in, and really strong prep before the Middlesex game starting Friday.
Thank you very much, Lizzie.
Pleasure, mate.